The Caramel Rabbit and the Wise Owl. In a forest full of bright colors and magical sounds, there lived a very special rabbit named Caramel. His fur was as soft and shiny as the sweetest candy, and he was always curious about the world around him. Caramel loved to explore every corner of the forest, making new friends with all the animals he met. One day, while playing near an old hollow tree, Caramel heard a mysterious sound. It was a soft and melodious tune, like an ancient song. Curious, he approached the tree and peeked inside. There, in a cozy nest made of dry leaves and soft feathers, sat the wise owl. With her big, bright yellow eyes, the owl looked out at the world with ancient wisdom. Caramel was fascinated by the owl. He had never seen an animal so intelligent with such a deep gaze. Full of admiration, he approached her and greeted her. The owl, with her soft and gentle voice, returned the greeting and invited Caramel into her nest. Inside the nest, Caramel felt right at home. The walls were lined with old books and hand-drawn maps. The owl explained that she spent her days reading and learning about the world. Caramel was amazed at how much the owl knew. "Wise owl," Caramel began, "I wanted to ask you something. How do you know so much about everything?" The owl smiled gently. "Caramel, wisdom doesn't come overnight. It's like a plant that needs to be watered every day. To be wise, you need to read a lot, observe the world around you, and ask questions." Caramel thought for a moment. He had never thought about wisdom in that way. He always thought it was something you were born with. But the owl made him understand that wisdom was something you earned through effort and dedication. "And how can I learn to be wiser?" Caramel asked. "The best way to learn is through experience," replied the owl. "But it's also important to read, talk to other people, and seek out different points of view. Wisdom is like a treasure that can be found everywhere. You just have to know where to look." From that day on, Caramel visited the wise owl often. They spent hours talking about all sorts of things: nature, animals, the stars, history. The owl taught Caramel about the medicinal plants of the forest, the constellations that shone in the night sky, and the importance of friendship. Caramel learned that every animal in the forest had a special skill and that everyone was important for the balance of nature. He also learned to respect all forms of life and to take care of the environment. One day, while exploring the forest, Caramel came across a group of squirrels fighting over a nut. The squirrels were so busy arguing that they didn't notice Caramel. Remembering the owl's teachings, Caramel had an idea. He approached the squirrels and, with his calm and gentle voice, invited them to share the nut. The squirrels were surprised by Caramel's suggestion. But after thinking about it for a moment, they agreed to split the nut into equal parts. That way, everyone could enjoy the delicious nut without fighting. The news of Caramel's wisdom spread quickly through the forest. The animals sought him out for advice and help. Caramel, with the help of the wise owl, was always willing to help those in need. Over time, Caramel became a respected leader in the forest. He organized parties, resolved conflicts, and promoted unity among the animals. And all of this was thanks to the teachings of the wise owl. Caramel never forgot the lesson he had learned. Wisdom is a gift that should be shared. And he knew that, with the help of the wise owl, he could continue learning and growing for the rest of his life. And so, the Caramel Rabbit and the wise owl lived happily ever after, exploring the forest and sharing their knowledge with all the animals.